Hey guys, it's Rush. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the channel. This video today, I want to go over DPOS. Now, this is not a new concept. It's been spoken about on YouTube and Twitter and all sorts of social media platforms in the past. It's not new tech, but I want to go over it again just to explain in detail what this is, how to use it, and how to get the most out of it. I use it a lot, and for the most part, it's really good, but there are some situations where it can cause problems, and this is all down to execution. So I'll explain those problems and also some things you should be aware of when you're using DPOS. So what is DPOS? So this is specifically used when the opponent does a button into drive rush on block. What you do is you have to time your DP input, your Dragon Punch input, just after the freeze, because the freeze can chew up the inputs if you do it too early. And if the action out of drive rush is not a true string, so let's say crouch and medium kick into immediate throw, crouch and medium kick into crouch and medium punch, whilst yes, the opponent has the advantage, that creates a gap. And the DPOS, OS stands for option select. What that means is if the opponent does a true string, there's no gap in the string they do, your Dragon Punch does not come out, your Invincible Reversal does not come out. If there is a gap, your Invincible Reversal does come out. That's what it looks like. Now, if the opponent does a true string, you can see I'm doing a DP input, but the DP is not coming out. That is the option select. It covers two scenarios. So those two scenarios in particular were Ryu doing crouch and medium kick into immediate throw. That was the first example I showed. And the EXDP, the ODDP came out. The second example was Ryu doing crouch and medium kick, drive rush into crouching jab. Crouching jab is a 4-frame button. That's what makes it a true string. There's no gap. So now I want to show you something else as another layer to this that you have to be aware of. If the opponent does drive rush, so crouch and medium kick, drive rush, and does nothing, you would think, oh, they can bait out the DP. That's not true. They can't bait out the DP because they're still in the startup frames or the drive rush frames, the active forward moving frames of drive rush, meaning they get hit. They have to commit to a button there to make it safe to essentially stop the DP from coming out. The other thing I want to show you, and I want to talk about this in a bit more detail in this video, is where the opponent does a button into drive rush into crouching light kick. Now, if I stand up, this is going to hit me. I have to block low. If I block the crouch and medium kick drive rush, I have to crouch block to stop that from hitting me. So this is super important. So reuse crouch and medium kick, and I think it's the same for Ken and a lot of other characters. Crouch and medium kick drive rush into crouch and light kick. Because the crouch and light kick is not a 4-frame button, this is no longer a true string, so you can use the DPOS to blow that up as well. That's really good and really powerful. However, if the opponent uses a different button, so here we've focused on crouch and medium kick, drive rush, stand heavy punch into drive rush, into nothing. If I do my OS there, it can be baited, and the reason for that is because of the block stun. The block stun on the stand heavy punch means that the drive rush has more time to play out to the point where they can just down back and bait it out. And that's a really good way to bait out people using DPOS. So this is what I want to focus on now. And that's a button with lots of blocks done into drive rush and crouching light kick. So Ryu now is going to do stand heavy punch drive rush into crouch and light kick. Now we saw before, crouch and medium kick, drive rush, crouch and light kick was not a true string. But this, however, is a true string. But you'll notice I'm getting hit when I'm doing my DPOS. So I'll switch the dummy out for Ken because I want to do a standing 5-frame rather than a crouching 5-frame, which is crouch and light kick. Ken can still do stand heavy punch, drive rush and bait the DP, the 6-frame DP. But if you look at this now, stand heavy punch, drive rush into stand medium punch. If I press anything here, it doesn't come out. It's a true string. My buttons don't come out, and DP does not come out. So now the dummy again is doing stand heavy punch, drive rush, crouch and light kick. Now to do your DPOS, and if it's a true string into the crouching attack, you have to end your inputs down, down, forward. If I hold down back, then down forward after the drive rush, Even though I'm not holding back, you can see I'm blocking that crouching light kick. I'm not holding down back, I'm holding down forward, but I'm still blocking. The reason for that is because it's a true string, so you can't switch your blocking to not blocking in a true string. You're locked into a block stance. That's why you can't go from blocking a true string to parry. But you still block the low as long as you're holding it down. That's the key thing. So when you do your DPOS in this situation, what you've got to do is end your DP input in down forward. And to do that, you just want to do a down forward input. Your DP input should be holding down back to block. Then you want to go from down forward, down forward, and then press your 2 punches or 3 punches button or whatever you use to get your DP input. As long as you're holding down forward and you press your button for the EX reversal, the OD reversal, you will still block the crouching light kick. I didn't realize this, and I know people talk about ending in down forward, but I didn't realize this is why people do it, because of the crouching attack after a drive rush. So Zangief. Now Zangief is interesting because his crouching light kick, his crouch short, is not 5 frame, it's 4 frame. But not only does he have a limited number of buttons to do drive rush from, crouching medium punch, for example, his headbutt, and he can do stand light kick, but the crouching medium punch and the headbutt he has into drive rush have a lot of block stun. And then combine that with the 4 frame crouch light kick, the 4 frames on that short mean if I hold down forward when I block and press jab, true string. So against Zangief, you have to issue DPOS. You have to end in down forward. You have to. If you don't, he will hit you. Okay, so scratch that. Also, his crouching light kick is a true string drive rush. Man, this is mad. I did not know that. So you have to end in down forward if you DPOS that. That's really interesting because that means that DPOS against Geef isn't really that great unless he overextends. So if he doesn't go for the crouch light kick, which probably nets him less reward. I'm guessing he can do crouch and light kick into crouch medium punch. But he has to overextend or go for command grab or a throw the DPOS to work. So I'm not saying don't use it, but what I'm saying is be conscious of the matchup, be conscious of the drive rush into the crouch light kick, the crouch short, and be conscious of drive rush into down back off certain buttons. It's generally heavies. Obviously in burnout as well, the amount of advantage they have will be higher because, you know, things have more advantage on block when they're in burnout. So things that previously couldn't bait invincible reversals will be able to bait invincible reversals if you're in burnout. In those situations, of course, you'll be using super, not ODDP, because you don't have bar. So that's the video, guys. I thought it would be a good one to cover, just a recap, but also to delve into the topic a bit more. Let me know your thoughts. Any questions or queries, always give me a shout, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.